Okay, hey Mike. So this is going to be an overview of your CRM account. So when you first come in, you will see this page here, which is your dashboard. It'll show you all of your opportunities, their value, and you can also set up different workflows and pipelines so that everything is really easy at a glance to see where you're at with certain leads and builds or tasks. Next up is the conversations tab. So in this tab, you can have all of your correspondence in one place. So this will do text messages through the CRM, through a specific CRM number, which I'll show you how to add. And it'll also do emails and DMs from Instagram, Facebook, and also now TikTok. And so I'll show you how that looks on our side of things as an example. So for us, you'll see if it has an image like that, it's a text message or DM. And if it has an image like that, it's an email. So yeah, so that's just a really nice way to have all of your correspondence in one place. You can also assign messages to certain team members, assign contacts and things like that. So it's a really great scaling option for a business as well. Next up is calendars. So calendars will actually go through integrations. And so we'll start actually there. So for your integrations, you're going to go to settings in the bottom, and then you're going to scroll down to integrations. And so to make calendars and email work, you're going to have to sign in with Google and integrate your Google account. Then you can also sign in and do Facebook and Instagram. This will only work if you have a Facebook and Instagram business. So if you have a business account and those two are linked. If it doesn't work, let me know. But there is a bunch of troubleshooting options under this Learn More as well. So actually, if you just click on that, it will bring up the help center of what you need to do to get that working. And then you can do TikTok if you have contacts through QuickBooks, or if you want to send quotes through the CRM, you can do your QuickBooks. If you want to collect payments, you can do your Stripe account. Yeah, so a lot of great options through there. And so once that's all set up, your calendar will draw directly from your Gmail. So all you'll have to do is go new calendar, and then it'll have all of your options here once you have that Gmail account connected. And then I have an in-depth training on calendars and setting up appointment reminders and all of that sort of stuff. So if you think you're going to be using this function, let me know and I will make sure that you get that video. So phone numbers is what we were talking about a minute ago as well. And sorry, just to show you how calendars will look outside of the settings, you'll just go to calendar settings, and that's how we got there. Okay, and so then back under settings itself, phone numbers, this is how you can add a phone number for the CRM. So all you do is you will add number, and then you pick what area code you want. I used to live in New York, so I always do 917 as the test. And so it'll show you the available numbers. It's $1 a month to manage it. And so once you pick a number, you just go ahead, you put it in there, you hit save. And then once you pick it, let me know. And when we go through it together, we'll make sure that the calls and any incoming text messages to that number will forward to your actual cell phone number so you don't miss anything, or to your business cell phone number if you have one. So yeah, so that'll be something that we'll manage together. But if you want to go ahead and add the number and kind of look through and pick one that you like, that's how you can get started on that. Next up is your opportunity. Oh, sorry. Nope, I'm skipping it. Next up is contacts. So this is where all of your contacts are going to go once you've imported them. To import contacts, you just hit this button here and then you upload a CSV, so comma file. So if it's an XLS, you can convert it. And if you have the option to directly export to CSV, like from QuickBooks or wherever you keep your contacts, that would be the easiest. And then you just upload it and they come in here. And I'm going to hop over to our account just to show you kind of how that looks like. And I'm going to use myself as an example. Yeah, so once you have a contact, it'll look like this. You'll see the last activity, you'll see any tags, you'll see when they were created, and then you can go in and find more information as well. You can see where that contact came from. So this was a test that I did when I was testing our personal branding course link. So it tells me that the contact was created from the personal branding course. I visited the page, I submitted the form, and then a contact was created. So this is a really handy tool. It'll let you see where all of your contacts are from and where all of your leads are from. I can also task myself if I need somebody to follow up. I can task somebody in the account. I can put in notes, or I can set an appointment. So that's all done. And you can see previous appointments as well. So you can see here every time that I've set up an appointment for something. So beyond that, and like what I have upcoming as well, you can see that I have some upcoming stuff for the marketing and mentorship group. So that's a really great tool. And then on this side of things, you can add some general information, or you can add tags. Now, I highly suggest when you first import your contacts to go through and add some tags. Ones that I think are really important are previous customer, current client, and cold lead. Like if it's somebody you haven't really talked to or done business with, you might want to know that, just so you don't send newsletters or anything like that out to them later on down the line without warming up that lead a little bit first. So you can add tags, and these give you a really great opportunity to organize your communication with your contact base. So that's pretty much it for contacts. Next up is opportunities. So this is what we were talking about on the dashboard, where you can see here for us, this is a test one that I use where we're, if somebody's in the collecting a deposit stage, they would be there. If we're in the sketch and rendering phase, they would be there. With this, you can actually automate it. So if somebody comes in after they've sent you a deposit, they could skip the collecting deposit stage, go right into the sketch or rendering stage, and then you would get a notification like, hey, the sketch needs to be done, or what have you. And you can do a lot of different pipelines. So you can do a pipeline for, like for us, we have our podcast pipeline, we have the test one that I have, which is work to be done. So you could, if you had a content pipeline, you could do that. If you had a leads pipeline, you could do that. See, like for us, we have, new clients and what stage they're at, and things like that. So if you think that you're going to be using that, let me know, and we can customize that for you and make sure that it works for your business. And then for payments, this is what I was talking about with if you want to do invoicing or anything like that. And so let us know, and we can show you how to get that set up as well. And so I'm going to pop back over to your account, and I'm just going to hop under settings again. And I just want to make sure actually that you are properly set up as an admin. Perfect. Okay, and so from this, what you're going to want to do next is, after you've done all of the integrations, I would go into this side of things and kind of just start playing around. And this button here will take you to the support portal. And so if you have any questions, you can always submit a ticket. That'll go to any available member of our team so that we can help you as soon as possible. If you start the training, you'll see a bunch of different tutorials that you can watch that'll teach you a lot of things and show you everything. And then it's all broken down here as well. So if you do start CRM training, it'll show you how to do all of that in detail. And then if you have any questions, you can, of course, send me an email or put in a support ticket, and we will help you out there. Yeah, and so what I would do is I would go under here. So this is marketing. So this is where we can send emails and campaigns. And so the idea is you can go and you can start an email campaign, create new campaign. And it's pretty nice. It's a very simple sort of drag and drop, very easy to use idea through the design editor, unless you want to do coding, in which case feel free to use the code editor. But yeah, it's just drag and drop, and you can customize things and then send out the email. And then when you're sending it out, you'll notice that you have options to send it now, schedule. An RSS schedule is an ongoing RSS feed. If you have website updates that you want people to know about or anything like that, I can show you how to schedule that. And then you'll see the most important thing under the recipient to is you can choose your contacts. So all contacts are specific ones. You can send it to a smart list, which I have a walkthrough on how to do for that. It's all through the contacts tab, or you can choose contacts from tags, which is why I said those tags are so important. So that is something that I would come in and just play around with, make sure that you feel comfortable with it. And then if you have any follow-up questions, we can go over that together. And now here's automation. So this is going to be the big one. So this is our contact form, which we're going to embed onto your website. And so the way that we have it set up is when a form is submitted, it's going to create and update an opportunity, and it's going to add a tag that says that it's a new lead. What we can also do is we can add an internal notification so that you'll get a text message saying that a contact form was just submitted, or an email. And there's a lot of customization we can do in here and in automations in general. Pretty much anything you would want to do, there is an automation for. You just go create workflow, and then this is a bit confusing, but so you do start from scratch and then hit create new workflow again. And so a trigger is anything that happens that you want to cause an action. So if, a contact's birthday comes up, or if something changes with them, if they're created, if a certain contact tag is added, maybe you have rush order as a contact tag. And so every time you have a rush order, you send out an automated email saying, hey, we understand there's a time crunch behind your work, and we're going to be in touch with you as soon as possible, or what have you. There's pretty much no shortage of things that you can do. You can also have actions like forms being submitted, surveys being submitted. We can create a trigger link. So if there's a link that's clicked in an email or in a text message or through your DM or through Facebook or anything, we can have things start from that being triggered. Pretty much anything when an opportunity changes. So if somebody goes from being a new lead to being in production, that could be a trigger. And so then once you have a trigger, and so let's say it is an opportunity change, you're going to add filter is how you make things specific. So if we say, has tag new lead, that would be the trigger. And let's see, filter. I see. It wants us to do a status change for this one. Okay, so say that an opportunity status has changed. Here are all of the things we can do. We can send an external communication to the client. We can do an internal notification through the CRM. We can do a lot of internal updates through the CRM as well. We can add notes, we can assign to users, we can add to workflows, we can send an internal notification, we can set the contact to do not disturb. There's a lot that can be done with the workflows. So I would definitely say kind of look into this, think about what you would want to automate. And then I can do some examples for you and then kind of let you run with it and see what you want to do. Next up is sites. So this is for if you want to make landing pages. So for an example, we just did a landing page based on a course that we did. And so we made this page through the CRM, just very simple landing page that captures leads. So as soon as somebody fills out that form, the lead gets captured in the CRM. That's actually that contact that we saw for me earlier. That was an example that was automatically made through the CRM because of testing that form. So that's really neat if you think you're going to use it. Reputation is just a collection of all of your reviews and testimonials, primarily through Google. So if you're interested in using this dashboard, let me know and we can get that set up. And then this is your Google reporting. So integrate your Google account, select the Google Ad Client, and then you will see a customized version of all of these key performance indicators, which can be really helpful. So that's kind of the basic overview. There's a lot more nitty-gritty to get into with it if you're interested. But mainly I will be asking you next week when we meet what you think you're going to be using it for the most. And then from there, I will set up all the automations that you need, make sure everything works, and we'll go from there. So for today, I know that was a lot of information, but the main thing is going to be going into settings, going to integrations, and just getting this set up. Primarily, the two big things are going to be this Google account and then your Facebook and Instagram account. Because that, if you do want to set up any of those automations where you want some external communications going out, we need those accounts connected so that they go from the right person, aka MDC Wood Design. Yeah, so that's going to be the big one. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you on next week. All right, bye-bye.